Time now for the trade of the day within the industrial engineering sector. Paul, you did the honours yesterday, so Jean-Pierre, it's your turn. What are we going and what play are we making?
Well, it was a close call between Invicta and Invicta. Those two are the two that stand out in the sector. But in the end, I think we went for Invicta. Just because of its size means that there's more liquidity. So one can take a view on it, one can trade a CFD on it. We think there's more positives to come through the Kia and Ann acquisition. Good management, great track record. We like Invicta.
Paul, Invicta, you're going long, obviously, as Jean-Pierre just said.
Yes, so we'll keep that fairly modest, but it'll be an interesting additional position in our hot stocks portfolio. This means we'll have it likely for at least 2 to 3 months between now and when we talk about it again. But I think apart from all of its attributes, all of its strength in the industrial supply sector and the BMG part of the business, and also the capital equipment and the other bits and pieces and the Singapore acquisition, what I like about it is that it's penetrated the public consciousness, the investor, the market consciousness. Its CEO has been getting Arnold Goldstone more visible. The Christo Visa factor is starting to get chatted about. People are saying, is this the next ShopRite? I mean, it sounds crazy to talk about that, but that's the kind of thing people say. So I just think it's going to pick up momentum. And if it continues to deliver earnings growth, which it will because it's done acquisitions, then I think it could develop more of a following and the share price could proceed upwards.
Could it potentially be the next ShopRite? And obviously this is from a performance perspective. I mean, there we go, 10 bagger and more.
From a performance perspective, it's been in the top 100 companies of the JSE. That study they do annually 17 times in a row.
So this is not so
no
far
other
off the
company
mark.
has done that. No other company. It's better than ShopRite, actually.
Well, there we go.
ShopRite hopes that it can be the next Invicta.
Yes. Absolutely. So we're buying in at this point at all-time highs. Just to clarify that point.
Yes, but the earnings are also
highs.
at all-time highs, and with these bolt-on acquisitions, then the earnings will also continue to expand.
Didn't you say earlier, though, that you couldn't see the valuations of this grouping of stocks?
Look, it's true. You make most money in the markets when you benefit from a PE expansion. So you need rising earnings and rising positive sentiment. But I'm kind of the view that we can get both of those because, you know, even with the combination of those two factors and the slightly higher PE, look, these unsexy stocks go from 5 PEs to 12 PEs.
I'm convinced though. Nuts, bolts, bearings, give it to me. It's very sexy. Here we are, Invicta, we're going long on that. And of course, you've got to follow hot stocks.
Yes, thousands have already. I think we've got nearly 3,000 subscribers.
3,000 followers.
So in the afternoons at around 4 or 5 in the afternoon, you get an email advising you of what the trade of the day is. And then once a week, you also get emails about how the portfolio is doing, what's in there and how it's performing.
And I'm sure you're getting emails about your performance. Remind us how you're doing at the moment.
Yeah, it's gone well so far. Since we started in November, we're up about sort of 15 or so %. So that's great, although we shouldn't get overconfident.
So we'll chat more about that tomorrow. We'll chat
market.
more about your performance for the week tomorrow.